Hi there and welcome back to Loopy Mabel Vintage Style Crochet. My name is Jane and hello lovely subscribers. Thank you. I really do appreciate you subscribing to my channel. It really does mean the world to me. And if it's the first time you've come here, hello and welcome, and this is Vintage Style Crochet and I hope you want to subscribe along too. I have been doing a mini series for Mother's Day and this is another one of those videos just to give you gift giving ideas if you need when you wanted to make something really quick and simple but really pretty and that you know your mum or somebody that you love will really enjoy. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this gorgeous crochet necklace. Really simple, honestly. It's 3 rows, that's all it takes, and there's hardly any yarn that you need, and all you need is maybe a button or a pearl or a little fastener. That's all you need. So if you want to crochet along with me today, I would love that. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some double knit yarn, so please join me. So to make this pretty little choker necklace, I've called it the Celeste necklace. Really simple. It only takes 3 rows. It's really simple. It takes the tiniest amount of yarn and all you need is to finish it off with a button of your choice. I've used a mother of pearl button for this one and it's so simple. Another great Mother's Day gift idea. So this one is in like the ivory, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be using like this dusky pink, and the yarn I'm using Rico Essentials double knit yarn, but you can substitute for any double knit yarn. You don't have to use that yarn. We're also going to need a 4mm hook, some darning needles just to sew in our end, and some scissors. So let's get this gorgeous little necklace made. Right, so let's begin. We're going to need to leave a length of yarn to sew it in our button loop. So if you just leave a little bit of yarn first, and then we'll make our slip knot. So you just make a slip knot however way you know how. We do have a tutorial if you need to be refreshed on that. And this tutorial is in UK terms, so if you're watching from the US, please be aware of that. And we're going to start off with chaining 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we need to chain 68 plus 2. So we need to chain 68 plus 2, so another 70 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you continue on till you've got a total of 70 stitches, not including the 5. So there we've got our 70, and we're going to work down into the 3rd chain from our hook. So count back 3 chains, 1, 2, 3. So into that 3rd chain we're going to insert our hook and work a half treble. So 1, 2, 3, insert your hook into that 3rd chain, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through, and you've created a half treble. And then we're going to half treble in every stitch along except the 5 chains we did at the beginning. So half treble in every stitch. So if you want to continue along just like me, working half trebles in every chain and stop when you get to the last 5. And I've just got one more half treble to go. So that completes that first row. So we've done a row of half trebles, and we're going to leave that 5 chain that we did at the beginning because that's going to form our loop for our button. So we're now going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we're joined by Toffee today, and we're just going to turn, and that acts as our first treble. So we're going to skip the next one, and then into the next one we're going to do a treble, chain 1 and a treble into that same stitch, and that's also known as a V-stitch. And then we're going to skip the next one, and into the next we're going to do a treble. And we're just going to repeat those 2 stitches all the way along. So skip one and then do a V-stitch into the next, which is treble, chain 1 and treble into the same stitch, V-stitch, V-stitch there, and skip one and then treble into the next. Then skip one and then treble into the next, skip one, then V-stitch into the next. And it's simple as that, so we're just going to repeat that all the way along. Skip one, treble, skip one, V-stitch all the way along. If you want to work your way all the way along, and I shall see you towards the end and I'll show you how we finish off the second row. Okay, so I'm almost at the end. I've got one more V-stitch to do, so just going to skip one and do that V-stitch into that last one there. And I've got a last stitch there, those turn and chain that we did at the beginning, so I'm just going to insert my hook into the top of that turn and chain and work one treble just to finish off that row like so. And we're just going to chain 3 and turn, and we're now onto our last row, and we're going to be working into the V-stitch spaces, and just going to insert our hook and work 7 trebles into that V space. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through and do 7 trebles like so. And then we're just going to work into that single treble from the row below, and we're just going to insert our hook and slip stitch. And then we're going to work down into the next V-stitch and work 7 more trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then down into that single treble, work a slip stitch. And it's as simple as that. That's all you're going to do for the rest of this row. So working 7 trebles in the V-stitch and a slip stitch in the single treble from the row below. 7 trebles, slip stitch, and you're just going to repeat that all the way along until we get to here, the last V-stitch, working 7 trebles, and then we're just going to slip stitch to the top of that 3 chain that we did at the beginning, and that will complete our necklace. So if you want to complete all the way along, I shall see you somewhere around about here just to show you how to finish off our loop and add our button. So I've just got my last set of 7 trebles in this last V-stitch. And all we're going to do is slip stitch into the top of that 3 chain that we did at the beginning. Like so, and we just need to trim the yarn and pull it through. Really simple little project. can be made in no time, and it only uses a tiny amount of yarn. So I'm just going to quickly sew in the end, and then I'll show you how to make the button loop. So we'll just turn it over onto the wrong side and just weave our needle through and just go over a couple more times. I'll just work my way back over it just so it's secure. Sorry, that's Toffee snoring as well in the background there. Okay, so that's our cute little necklace made, and I'm just going to add a button. The next stage is to decide what you're going to add as your button. On the cream ivory one, I went for mother of pearl button. So it just purely what you feel you want to go with. I've got some lovely cerise pink mother of pearl. Again, I've also got the mother of pearl, and I've got a wooden button. So whatever is you fancy. So let's go ahead and make the little button loop. I'll show you how to do that, and then you just need to choose what button, or even a lovely pearl, a rounded pearl bead button would look nice too. So all you need to do, really simple, thread your yarn onto your needle, onto your darning needle, and you've got this 5 chain that we started at the beginning. All we're going to do is just literally bring your yarn back round to where it started, and it forms that button loop. So you just need to turn with your work face, the back of the work facing you, and you just need to insert your needle into that stitch there, and just slowly bring the yarn through so that it meets like so and forms that button loop. And then just hold your thumb down on it, and then just literally go over a few times to secure. So I'm just going to go further along, and then I'm just going to go back down. To secure that, and maybe a few more times. And we know now that's lovely and secure. I'll just trim that off. And that's how you make your little button loop. And then the next thing is to decide what you're going to put on. So I might go for pink, or I may just go back for mother of pearl. And all you need is cotton thread and a needle. This is a waxed thread, so it makes it quite strong. And you're going to obviously place your loop so it overlaps, and insert your needle through the centre so you know where your button needs to go. And then just literally a couple of over stitches. And then decide on what your button you're going to be using. I think I might go for the pink on this one. And you just literally sew your button on. Just go over a few times. And then just over sew at the back. I love this waxed thread because it's really strong, and once it's stitched in, it doesn't move. It's not slippy slidey like cotton thread, so it really does give a really strong grip. And I know this button's not going to come off anytime soon. And there we go. Just trim off that thread there, And there's our button, and you just simply get your little button loop that you just made and pop it over your button. Because it's yarn, it's quite stretchy, so you can go for quite any size button really. And there is our pretty crochet necklace. How pretty is that? And there's the one in the ivory. And that's just another Mother's Day gift giving idea. Hope you enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Wasn't that simple? Didn't I tell you? It was really simple but really lovely and vintage style. I love wearing these necklaces. They're just, I don't know, they're just really vintage and old-fashioned looking, and so simple to make. I mean, literally 3 rows. You could make one literally in half an hour. If you're a beginner, maybe an hour, a little bit longer, but you know, they're so simple to make. And I've added that pink mother of pearl button onto this one, and you can make them in a vast array of colours. I bet black would look absolutely gorgeous with maybe a black beaded button, and I just think they're so pretty and perfect Mother's Day gift giving idea yet again. There is a PDF pattern for it if you want to download it too. Please feel free to download that. As I say, there's PDF patterns for everything I do design, and if you prefer paper pattern, then you can get that in the link below. Please don't forget to give me any comments in the box below. I love reading your comments, and if you've got any queries crochet related, I will get back to you, I promise. If you haven't already subscribed, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be kept up to date with all the videos that I do bring out. But until the next time, practice makes perfect. Please take care and happy crochet.